Oh yeah, that's where all the action is at. Look at all that juicy pastrami. Oh man, look at that. That's pretty insane. Look how big that is. Hey guys, this is Steve from Rockstar Eater, and in today's video, I'm taking you on the ultimate pastrami tour in Los Angeles. LA is the land of pastrami sandwiches. Other than New York City, Los Angeles is truly the city to get some really good pastrami sandwiches in America. Yet with so many restaurants that offer pastrami in the city, you might be asking, then what are some of those good pastrami spots I must hit up? Well, that's what I'm gonna help you with in today's video. 7 restaurants, 7 menus, 1 mega experience. And by the end of the video, I'm gonna drop in the comment section which of these restaurants had my favorite pastrami so that you guys can have your discussion over there. With that being said, let's head on over to the first restaurant. The tour begins with Langer's Delicatessen, which is an iconic Jewish deli that's been around since 1947. This restaurant has a full-on menu of all of your favorite deli classics, but it is most known for its pastrami sandwich. Some say that this is the best pastrami sandwich you can find in Los Angeles, and possibly even in America, and this is my favorite Jewish-style pastrami sandwich in LA. So if you guys are looking for this, then Langer's is one of those restaurants you need to put on your to-go list. And if you're trying this restaurant for the first time, be sure to get their Langer's number 19. So yes, this is the pastrami with the coleslaw, the Swiss cheese, and the rye bread, as well as the Russian dressing. And it does come with a pickle on the side. So as you can see, this is not your Cali-style pastrami that's very popular in Los Angeles. This is more of your Jewish deli pastrami, much like the ones you'll find in New York City. I'm gonna waste no time in trying the number 19, this one that everybody raves about. That is an excellent pastrami. It is like mind-blowing. Just the meat itself really makes this entire pastrami. See, you can just eat the meat itself and you can enjoy it. Very tender, so fatty, and it's so well brined and seasoned. The coleslaw makes it kind of sweet, kind of crispy, refreshing. The cheese, of course, you add cheese to anything, you know, that slight saltiness makes it taste really good, right? And of course, you got to have your Russian dressing. Let's see, where is it? Ah, it's right here. Can you guys see it? Oh yeah, that kind of like a salmon orange color. This is the dish that they've been serving since they opened this place like over 7 years ago. So as you can see, the pastrami French dip looks a little bit different. It's on a different kind of bread. So this one you would dip in here, and it is a popular way to eat sandwiches in Los Angeles. Okay, yeah, there's no sauce in here. So just the bread, the pastrami, almost like a baguette bread. But then you would dip it in here, and it would make it into a pastrami French dip. So this is the one you should get if you're not into all the coleslaw, the cheese, and everything they put inside, which I suggest you do get, by the way. But if you're wanting something that's more simple, yeah, like I said, this one has the pastrami meat itself, and then you got the bread. There's no sauce in here, nothing else. You got this one right here, and you would kind of more enjoy the simplicity of the meat and the bread. I think I enjoy the number 19 more, but if you're really into the pure flavor of the meat, then for sure I would say get this one. So yeah, this is the place you gotta come to if you are more wanting, like I said, like a Jewish deli style pastrami, but it's really the best of its kind, as good as it can possibly get. My next stop is at The Hat, which is a popular fast food chain in Southern California that's been around since 1951. This restaurant is most known for its signature pastrami dip sandwich on a French roll, priced at about $12.60. This style of pastrami sandwich is really what you think about when you think of Cali-style fast food pastrami sandwiches. So not exactly like your traditional Jewish deli pastrami sandwich, but still, it tastes great, it's thick, it's reasonably priced, and you can find a lot of these locations around Southern California. So if you haven't already, go try it. We got all the pastrami meat inside, and it does look very thin and tender. pickles, mustard, French roll, good to go. I think this is about 2.5 inches thick, kind of close to 3 inches. And that's really one of the great things about eating Cali style pastrami is how much they load the sandwich with all the pastrami meat. And this place certainly does that. There's a reason why it's popular. Hits the spot every single time. What I really love about this pastrami is how thin and tender and juicy the meat is. It's a pastrami dip, so you're gonna taste the soupiness inside of the meat. Now, I do want to tell you that this is not my first time here, so I've had this sandwich quite a number of times in the past. This is not a new discovery for me, but every time I eat it, I'm always satisfied. I wouldn't say that I drive out of my way to eat at a hat restaurant, but if it's kind of around the area, like in Pasadena or Alhambra, I don't mind getting it every now and then. Man, I would say that the hat is kind of like the in and out of pastrami sandwiches. It's cheap, affordable, it's high quality, and it's very tasty. And it seems like everybody in the community loves it. My third stop is at Arri Super Burgers, which is a fast food stand in Montebello that's been around since 1964. This stand has all kinds of foods on the menu, but one that is a notable hit is their stacked pastrami sandwich. Not a restaurant that specializes in pastrami sandwiches, but if you end up ordering it, you're not going to regret it because it is pretty awesome. The style as well as the ingredients, very similar to the Hat restaurant. Now, is it better? That's for you to decide. This huge thing is one of their specialties here. You can get the sandwich itself for $14.99, which is already quite sizable. But if you really love chili cheese fries, you can get this entire combination for $23.69. Maybe as an appetizer, I'll start off with some of these chili cheese fries. If you guys have never had chili cheese fries before, it's worth trying, especially if you come to Los Angeles/Los Angeles County, because the chili cheese fries, burgers, hot dogs, it's really an LA thing. So it has to be experienced at least once. It's about 3 inches high. Oh man, bonafide pastrami taste right there. I just love it when you can open your mouth really wide to bite into that thing. You get so much of that meat in your mouth, along with the tangy taste of the mustard, the sourness of the pickle, the bread, which is so soft. Even though they advertise themselves as a burger restaurant, they got really a killer pastrami. My fourth stop is at Johnnie's Pastrami, which is a historic diner in Culver City that's been around since 1952. This restaurant has some of the most impressive pastrami you'll find in LA County, which has both the rye bread and the French roll options. This restaurant has a devoted following, and I can see why. The sandwiches are stacked, it's juicy, it's tender, it's flavorful. I would say out of all of the Cali-style fast food sandwiches on this tour, this one at Johnnie's Pastrami, it's my favorite. I could go back there again and again and again. So here it is, the Johnnie's famous French dip hot pastrami. I am so excited, my first time trying this. This is the French roll on top, which is extremely soft, so fluffy. You got lots of that meat. Look how thin it is. Look how steamy it is. It's so hot. That means I got to eat it right away. Bro, this is like one of the best sandwiches I've ever had. It's sliced very thin, it's tender, and the meat itself has so much flavor. Whatever au jus that they are dunking and bathing it in, it's really infusing so much flavor into this meat. This is one of the most flavorful pastrami sandwiches I've ever had. So I would say it looks very much like the pastrami you would find at the Hat restaurants, but I think it's better. Yeah, for sure. It's thicker too. I mean, they really put a lot of it in. I don't know why I haven't been to this place sooner. Maybe it's because it's so far away from where I live, but I'm so glad I came out here. And I decided to get one more pastrami because I also want to see what it tastes like with the rye bread. So for this one, I got it with some cheese inside and lots of that pastrami, pretty much the same size as the French dip one. And they got some mustard on the side that you can put on top if you want. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Just add a little mustard in there. So now what we have is something that looks more like a deli style sandwich, I would say, although the meat is still like the type of pastrami you would find at a lot of fast food joints. Did I tell you how much I love the pastrami? The pastrami really steals the whole show. It doesn't matter what kind of bread you use, or if you have cheese in it, or you got the mustard. It's packed with so much flavor and the texture is so perfect that you can't help but have a smile on your face every time you bite into it. My fifth stop is at Brents Deli, which is a Jewish deli in Northridge that's been around since 1967. This restaurant is also known for its famous pastrami sandwich, which you can find many choices of on their impressively big menu. Many say that Brents Deli is the equivalent of Langer's Deli in the San Fernando Valley area, and I can see why. They have a very impressive pastrami sandwich. So if you're looking for some really great pastrami sandwiches around Northridge or the San Fernando Valley, then Brents Deli is one of those restaurants you simply cannot pass up. And they do have another location in Westlake Village, so if you're closer to there, that's where you need to be. So here is the first pastrami that I got. This is the black pastrami Reuben, which I heard is their most popular one. So all the Reubens are served on grilled rye bread with melted Swiss cheese, hot sauerkraut, and Thousand Island dressing. And it's served with these thick cut fries, as well as coleslaw. So I believe this is the navel cut of the pastrami that they're using, which is really the best part that you can use in pastrami. Wow, they actually slice it pretty thin. Wow, that's a lot of meat inside. Can you guys tell? It's very lean. I love the toast. They grill it here. Okay, so if you want to get their best seller, then the Reuben one, I heard, is really the one you gotta get. And then this one is a very unique pastrami. It's called the 555. So this one also comes with the fries, the thick cut steak fries, and coleslaw, which is right over there. So the 555 is grilled pastrami on a long onion roll, topped with Thousand Island dressing, coleslaw, mustard, and melted Swiss cheese. As you can tell from the menu, these pastrami dishes aren't exactly cheap. But then again, what pastrami dish is really cheap around LA? But hey, at least it's really filling. Like all the fries and the coleslaw, you're really gonna get full. In fact, you're gonna have leftovers probably to take home and to eat. First off, I gotta say, I really like the taste of that onion roll. I think this is probably my favorite of the two so far, just for the bread itself. I mean, the meat tastes exactly the same as the black Reuben sandwich, but this one, I feel like it has more of my type of flavor because you got the coleslaw in there, along with the meat, and you got the mustard, and you got the taste, like the oniony taste of the onion roll. This is one of their best-selling pastramis. So if you are in Northridge, then this is a spot you definitely need to come to if you want a really good pastrami. My sixth stop is at Daughter's Deli, which is a modern Jewish deli in West Hollywood. Not too many people know that this little deli has one of the best pastrami sandwiches you can find in LA, some saying it might possibly be the best. It's no surprise considering the owner comes from the same family as Langer's Deli, so if you're looking for the Langer's number 19 but closer to West Hollywood, they have a pretty identical version at Daughter's Deli. So if you don't want to make the drive all the way to the downtown area, then stick to West LA and try some of the best pastrami sandwiches you can find in the neighborhood. So this is the pastrami that I ordered today. It's called the Papa. So this one is kind of like the Langer's number 19. A lot of similar ingredients, like you got the coleslaw, Swiss cheese, house-made Russian dressing, along with the main attraction, the thick cuts of pastrami. You see that? Looks so good. It comes with a side of coleslaw and a pickle, and I am all set. You have to open wide when you eat this thing. So as you can see, this is a very different looking pastrami than the ones I've had earlier. The slices of the pastrami, they're sliced thicker, but thankfully it's tender, it's juicy, it's packed with flavor. And then the addition of the cheese kind of adds like a nuttiness to it. The coleslaw is not too creamy, which is good. It adds like a very nice, refreshing, sweet crunch to this whole thing. And rye bread, very classic Jewish deli rye bread. I mean, this is like a very classic Jewish deli pastrami sandwich we got going on here. This is such a good sandwich. Wow, I'm enjoying it a lot. The pastrami is definitely the star of the show here. And I gotta be sure to eat some of that pickle in between. Wow, this pickle is so good. It's very strong, like very briny, crunchy. It's like snaps when you bite into it. Oh yeah, this is my kind of pickle. Wow, look at this meat. It looks like it came out of a Texas barbecue restaurant. Look at that. Yeah, really, if I were to just remove everything else and just eat the pastrami, it would make for such a good standalone dish. Oh, I can tell this is top quality. You would never believe that, right? Here on Sunset Boulevard in West Hollywood, in this little cafe-like deli. Last but not least is Canter's Deli, which is an iconic Jewish deli that's been around since 1931. This deli has just about every kind of deli and kosher foods available, and of course, their very famous pastrami sandwiches in different flavors. You really can't go wrong with the pastrami here, whether you get the Reuben or the house specials like the Fairfax. The sandwiches taste great. So if you're near the farmers market, the Grove area, or perhaps you just want to drive over to try the food and experience the ambiance and the history, then you really have to make a trip to Canter's Deli. It's an LA institution. You just have to experience it. Here we go with our pastramis. The first two pastramis that we got. That's right, we're gonna get more than one since we're here. Oh yeah. So this one is the Brooklyn Avenue. So in here we got pastrami, coleslaw, and the Canter's Russian dressing served on rye bread. And we got some house-made pickles, which I heard is super bomb here, along with their potato salad. And this one is the Canter's Fairfax, also one of their most popular ones. Look how stacked it is, because we got both corned beef as well as pastrami piled extra high on rye bread, along with pickles. We got coleslaw. Let's do it. Okay, I don't know about yours, but mine is pretty good. You know, it's kind of crunchy, refreshing, creamy, wet. It's almost like the Langer's number 19. How would you say corned beef tastes different than the pastrami?
It's perfectly smoked, but the corned beef just doesn't have the smoked flavor, but it has a specific richness to it that you're not going to find somewhere else. So good.
Yeah, that's why I like pastrami, because it has like a smokiness, but also that peppery finish to it. You know what I'm talking about? Oh yeah, and especially when it's really thinly sliced. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I've had pastrami that was thick sliced too, which can be good if made right, but here, they really put a lot of effort into making it. Just the way they prepare it, the time it takes to prepare it, and then of course slicing it up. This to me is like a very classic Jewish style pastrami on rye bread.
So good. Wait, so what, you're eating pastrami and rye bread, but you have all the things on yours.
I do. Do you want to try mine?
Yes.
Okay,
let's
here you
trade
go.
right now.
Here you go. All right, because I'm so curious to see what this one's going to be like. See, this one's so different from this one, right?
The coleslaw gives it a juicy sweetness. And so that one is more savory, and this is more like a sweet, robust sandwich. It's delicious.
Yep. And like a nice crunchiness, crispiness. Yep.
Yeah, it does add a nice lightness to it.
Yes.
I feel like that's why you need a little bit of the mustard to cut that fat, and the coleslaw just does it. You don't really need anything on the sandwich at all. Nothing.
Okay, me personally, this is the pastrami that I've grown up eating with the mustard on it. So I'm more accustomed to this kind of taste because even if you go to a lot of those burger stands, you know, like the way they make their pastrami there too, it has the mustard. But this one, I like in its own way too. It's a little different for me because I don't really eat it that often. But I do like this style as well. An LA institution that still holds up to this day as having one of the best pastrami sandwiches. Well, there you have it with 7 of some of the best pastrami spots in LA. Now keep in mind that these aren't the only 7 restaurants that have pastrami around Los Angeles. But if you stick with these 7, then you're gonna have a pretty rockin' time eating some of the best sandwiches in Los Angeles. Well, thank you so much for watching this tour all the way to the end, and I'll see you all in the next food adventure.